When I first started photography 16 years ago, I was all about blogging, vlogging, and sneak peeks, right? So what I mean is after a session, I would go home and I would edit a few photos from that session. I would throw it on a blog. I would put it on Facebook. I would put it on Instagram. I don't even think Instagram was a thing at that time. But then I would then share it with my clients. And then I would go back and edit the portrait session or the wedding and deliver that later. And now I'm finding that I don't want to do that anymore. And I feel like the value of it is gone. And I want to talk about that right now. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel with Jeremy Lou Photography. Thank you so much for tuning in. Guys, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Video helps you anyway. Give it a thumbs up. Click that bell for notifications. It'll tell you every time I come on. Let me find a place to set this down real quick. Maybe the bathroom? I feel like the bathroom's a good spot. So, guys, I did a little TikTok on this, and it got some cool reviews, right? But basically, here's the thing. When I first started, intro said, I would do a ton of that. I would go home, upload the images, and pull images right away. And what would happen is, let's say it's a wedding, right? We'll talk about weddings here. Portraits are a little bit easier, but weddings, I would go home and I would pull 25 to 50 images from the entire wedding, right? Saturday, let's say Sunday morning. And I would then edit those 25 to 50 images. I would edit them in a clean way. I would edit them in my style. I would take extra time on it. And I would then throw them into a blog. And then I would throw them on social media, a blog, and I would write all this information, all the vendors, everything that happened, and just a cool thing to maybe get live views on it, right? But the thing, I felt like I was doing it for the clients. I was saying like, hey, go check out my blog and you'll see images from the wedding that I shot for you guys. Super amazing, super excited, go for it. Now I'm realizing that I've done a disservice to my clients. And hear me out here, because there's an excitement. It's a Christmas morning, right? We're actually 5 days, 6 days until Christmas right now. And it's the excitement of Christmas morning. So when I do a wedding, what I want to do is I want to reveal the images in a way that they're excited to see it for the first time. If I post them the next day, the excitement happens that day. It's great, but then when the rest of the images follow later on, let's say a month, 2 months, whatever your editing style and your length is, will start to dissipate a little bit. They'll be like, oh, these look familiar. Even though they've never seen the images before, these look familiar and the excitement's kind of gone, right? Say in a portrait session, say you go home, you do a portrait session, you edit a couple, you text them, right? You text them 2 or 3 images. They're gonna be like, oh my God, these are so beautiful. But then you send the full gallery. That excitement's gone because they've seen already what you can do and what you've done to the images a few days ago. And so I feel like we're doing a disservice. Ultimately, what we're doing, and we all know this as professionals and artists in the world, we know exactly why we're doing sneak peeks, right? We are doing sneak peeks so that they can promote and push for us so we can get more clients. So we're doing this as a business side. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm here for my clients and I know that they will promote me on the end regardless. So I'm trying to not do sneak peeks anymore. I'm slowly going into 2025, and this is me talking and not doing at this point. I am so nervous for my first wedding in 2025 because I don't know if I want to do a sneak peek or not. And it's not because I don't want to promote my business, but I want my clients to feel wowed and I want them to feel appreciated. And also I want them to be the first people to see their images before the rest of the world sees them. Even if I were to share it on, let's say, just Facebook, Instagram, throw a couple images on there and then go, hey guys, I posted something, there's already gonna be people that have seen it. Whereas once I'm finished with the gallery, I can button it up, I can send my gallery online, put a couple cool pictures at the cover, and then give them just their own access to it and say, hey, enjoy these. I'm gonna post a sneak peek on social media in a few days because the gallery's already done, so I can post that for them. But also this gives them an opportunity to post before me and say, hey, we just got our photos back from Jeremy Lou, super excited. I'm torn. So I want to know, what do you guys think? What are you guys going to do? What should we do? Are sneak peeks really that valuable to our clients right now? Or are we doing this for promotion, self-business? And like I said, there's nothing wrong with self-promotion, self-business. Do that later. Find a way to promote yourself later, but they hired you to get their wedding shots. And I don't know, how would you feel if everybody else saw your wedding photos before you did? And you're like, wait, they're up somewhere? Because sometimes that happens, right? Anyways, love to hear your thoughts. Thanks, guys.